welcome into Scappy's Arcade. Today we're playing Space Shuttle from Williams. Looks like my camera's a little out of whack here. Let's hide the mess. There we go. Space Shuttle from Williams is the game today. There you go. It's today's game because I was too lazy to move the camera rig anywhere else. So we're just hanging out tonight, chatting, see if we can set some high scores. If you're watching the stream Sunday morning, we had a little issue with the spinner on the game, and that has been fixed. So it is scoring points once again. And you can just generally poke fun at how bad of a pinball player I am. Hope everyone had a good week and have a pleasant weekend as well. I do have a problem tonight that I've noticed that this bottom pump bumper occasionally is not registering, and there's a big interconnect cable between the playfield and the electronics in the back, and some of those pins are a little sketchy, and one of these days I have to pull that apart and repin it. So occasionally that pop bumper, the bottom one, just doesn't register. That time it did. No rhyme or reason to when it works and when it doesn't, other than if I work that cable a few times, it'll be fine for a while. This machine was a bit of a project when I picked it up, and there are still a few connectors that aren't quite up to par on it. Basically the way to score points on this game, there's a set of three drop targets just to the right of the space shuttle in that little alleyway there. When you drop those drop targets, it advances the scoring on the spinner, and it lights the pop bumpers for higher scoring. So right now only one pop bumper is lit. But you get those drop targets down, it'll light two. Get those drop targets a third time, it'll light all three. And it'll advance the scoring right here for the spinner, those white arrows there. Right now the spinner's scored at 1,000. That's factory defaults. You can have it remember from ball to ball if you want to make it easier. You can also have it start off at 100 points instead of 1,000 points if you want to make it a little bit harder. But we're using factory defaults on this one tonight. This is not my usual night for streaming. I'm usually on Thursday nights and Sunday mornings. Yesterday I was just a little too tired to stream, so here we are with an unannounced Friday night stream. Highly doubtful that I'll be on Sunday morning, being Easter morning, but you never know. Did get the extra ball there. So when you spell shuttle with these three targets here, the SHU, this T, and TLE over here, you score whatever is lit right here. Now right now it's 20,000. It goes 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. Bonus holdover plus 50,000. Lights the out lanes and 100,000. Extra ball and special. And again, you have to get all of those down. Now, if you get these three and drop that one last, you get an extra 100,000.
This game is on carpet, so it's a little hard to give it a good nudge. Does not want to move. Alright, since we're getting warmed up here, let's go ahead and keep track of the scores. If you're new here, my name is John. My friends call me Scappy. This is Scappy's Arcade. Just a collection of pinball machines I have here in my basement. Not a public arcade, just my own little private oasis. 4 pinball machines down here. We have Williams Space Shuttle. This is the newest acquisition. This is from 1984. Next to it we have a Williams Big Guns from 1987. We have a Williams Gorgar, that's from 1979, and a Williams Honey from 1973. That's pretty much the reverse order that I got them in as well. The Williams Honey was the first machine I got, then we got the Gorgar, the Big Guns, and this was the most recent acquisition. We've had this about a year and a half. It's quickly become a favorite in the collection too. This does have a 3-ball multi-ball. You can lock a ball on the left, the right. You can have 2-ball or 3-ball multi-ball, I should say. To activate multi-ball, all you have to do is knock down the drop target right there. That'll start a green light flashing at the base of the ramp. Get a ball all the way over the ramp, and then multi-ball is activated. Sometimes this game is credited with as being the game that saved pinball. Williams really put a lot of effort into this game to make it exciting, make it different than what was out there at the time. Pinball was in a state of decline when this game came out, with arcade video games taking over. So this really was the game they took a gamble on, and they really put a lot of effort into it with the speech, the multi-ball, the model of the space shuttle on the play field. And they sold quite a few of them. Ted Wardington, hey, thanks for joining the chat tonight. Hope you're having a pleasant evening. I do hope to get some scores up here in the millions, but we're going to record some of these little scores here because they were more than I got before. And it's just a little bit of casual play. No, nothing serious here. I know there's a lot of people out there right now doing the challenge using the Godzilla pinball machines, and well, I don't have a machine newer than 1987, so I'm not in any of those kind of challenges. No pin clash here, unless they did a pin clash for older games. That would be nice, but until I get a newer machine, you'll just see me fumbling my way toward getting high scores and some witty banter here. Boy, I do promise there is a tilt bob in this. I'm surprised it didn't give me a little bit of a warning there. The only game we don't have the tilt bob in is the Honey, because occasionally the ball does get kind of hung up. And
being an older play field. And it's nice to be able to shake it loose. And there's no grace at all on the old EM games when you hit that tilt bomb. This one, you got to shake it a few times before it finally tilts on you. It'll give you a few warnings. There's another feature in this game. It can happen without multi-ball or with multi-ball. Stop and score becomes active. And that's where, when you send a ball up the ramp underneath the space shuttle, you'll score whatever numbers are flashing on the score displays. There's a little white arrow right here that says stop and score when lit. Now if I get into multi-ball, you'll see random numbers come up on the scoring displays. And when you get a ball up the ramp, whatever it stops on, that's what you score. So let's see if we can get... Oh! Well, no chance on that one. Hit the outline. Another neat thing, when you do get the stop and score, you'll see the first two digits of the value appear right here on this little grid of white lights. So if you get 55,000, you'll see this flash 55. And also, during attract mode, this will spell out the word Space Shuttle. All the lights will turn off except for in this display, and you will see it spell out Space Shuttle. Should do it in a few seconds here, actually. So right now, all the lights have turned off, and it's going to spell out the word Space Shuttle. That was another new thing that they were doing with these. I think this is the first Williams solid-state machine that had that feature. There were 3 games that came out that ran on the board set that's in this machine. Space Shuttle, Sorcerer, and I think the third was Comet. It was quite a bit more advanced than the System 7. This is System 9. And it really led the way into the next generation of games, which was Williams System 11, which ran for a good run of games. Pinball being in there. That ran all the way up to the late 80s, early 90s. That's when they introduced alphanumeric displays.
Ready, pilot 1.
So this game doesn't have a knocker, it has a bell. And when you score one of those major achievements, it'll ring the bell. That bell was also used in Williams Taxi and a few other games. Oh, I did tilt it that time. So one of the strategies to getting the higher scores on here is to maximize your drop targets, your spinner value and your pop bumper value, and then activate the multi-ball, because then you can just keep sending balls up that lane or doing the stop and score to really increase your value and your score. When you do get these 3 drop targets down, it also opens this gate right here, the airlock. So if a ball comes down through there, it'll come back instead of being lost. This game does have a hard top on it, so it does play pretty fast. Very, very smooth play field. Couldn't capitalize on that stop and score. Yeah, this can't seem to get it lined up. Oh! That was not well executed. One of the other things we did on this when we hard topped it, so we took all the mechanisms apart, rebuilt them all, polished all the metal pieces, cleaned and degreased all the mechanisms, rebuilt the pop bumpers, shined all the plastics up, used some Novus on all the plastics to get all the scratches out of them and get them nice and shiny. That is a new space shuttle and a new ramp. Spinner has new decals on it. The drop targets all have new decals. It's got bright LEDs in it. Wow. Can't get out of the 200,000s here. Got to get a good multi-ball going. So, a question for the chat tonight: what era of pinball game do you gravitate to? What do you like to play? Do you like the older solid-state games from the late 70s? Do you like the mid-80s? Do you like the early 90s, late 90s? What are you guys playing? I've been going to an arcade that recently opened to the public, about 2 hours from me. It's actually someone's private collection that they've opened up to the public. And they have mostly mid-80s through early 90s games in there. And quite a few titles I've never played before. But now I'm kind of attracted to some of those Premier and Gottlieb games. I've never owned anything other than a Williams. And that was just out of luck. That's what I gravitated towards.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we're automatically in stop and score mode. We're in multi-ball. And now that's going to time out. GZ Premium, looking for an 80s game. Yeah, Godzilla, that's everywhere. Are you doing the Pin Clash challenge on that?
Closed area.
No Pin Clash, too bad at it. Now, I'm not too familiar with how that all got going, but is there any kind of fee to get in on Pin Clash, or is it, how is that funded? How is that all put together? I suppose if I had enough room down here and had the money, I would like to pick up Phantom of the Opera. I really like that one. Dr. Dude. I like Dr. Dude. But the game that I'm currently looking for, and it's got to be within my budget, so a project game mainly, would be Space Station. I think that would be perfect to go side by side with this game. It has a lot of the same goals in the game. They kind of extended the theme. A really neat way of locking the balls for multi-ball. And I love how the game lights up green when you go into multi-ball. The regular GI goes out and it's all illuminated with green lights. Oh, forgot my shield went down. Yeah, it seems like when I'm looking for some pinball to watch, there's a lot of Pin Clash qualifying going on. But it's nice to see that you know, they're getting people together that all have the same game. And as long as I suppose everyone's following the rules and keeping everything honest, it's a neat little way to have a competition. Time Machine, yeah, I love how that's got the circle in there with the different layers of lights. That's pretty cool.
Ready, pilot, one.
One thing I forgot to mention on this game, you have the 3 lanes up top, the U, the S, and the A. Every time you complete those, it advances your bonus multiplier. So as these lights come on here, this is your bonus score. Right now it's lit at 1,000. As you light these up and they count down at the end of your ball, they're going to go through, you know, the multipliers there. At the start of each ball, the shuttle score is going to be randomly chosen, or whatever the reward will be for completing shuttle. But it can also change by going up the rightmost ramp and hitting the target up there. So if you have extra ball or special lit, you want to avoid hitting that ramp because you're going to wipe out those bonuses. And that's when you'll hear kind of like the Lost in Space astronaut scream. Hey, we got a much better score that time, didn't we? There we go. Any of you guys going down to Pinfest in Allentown, or maybe up to, depending on where you're at? That's coming up first weekend in May, I believe. That's at the fairgrounds in Allentown. I know I'm planning on heading to it. It's about a 2.5–3 hour drive south for me. Oh! Yep. Borg Dog. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Glad to see you in chat tonight.
Pilot 1.
Doing an unexpected Friday night stream. I was too tired to stream last night, so I thought I'd come on tonight. Had a busy day yesterday. I was too lazy to move the camera, so we're on Space Shuttle again. I did get a longer USB cable though, so it makes it a little easier to move down to my EM game. So maybe next week we'll be on Williams Honey. Pardon me while I adjust the sound property here. Because I am not hearing all my sounds. Okay, there we go. Bear with me here. Yeah, we have pinball streams on a lot in our house, mostly on the weekend. But we like to look around and see what people are streaming, and we tend to gravitate toward the streams where the language is family friendly. So yeah, we'll put Twitch on the living room TV, the 50-inch, and the whole family will sit down and we'll watch pinball. We love watching the tournaments on the weekend that are streamed, and we like to see all the different games that are out there. Family that plays pinball together stays together. Alright, we got an extra ball here. Let's see if we can crack the 7th digit. I was saying earlier, since my stream this past weekend, I fixed the spinner on this. It was not scoring any. The little connecting rod that goes from the spinner down to the switch had kind of slipped over to the side a little bit and wasn't going up and down. It was on the part of the spinner shaft that I guess is just a straight axle rather than going up and down, for lack of a better term. So while the spinner was flying around, I wasn't scoring any points. So one of those little plastic guides had moved up, and I moved it back down, but it's still a little bit off axis. I got to see about moving it just slightly off to the left. 897.80. Get that right? Yeah, I got that right. All right. Well, let's see if we can crack 1,000,000 tonight. Should be able to now that spinner's fixed. Just getting warmed up here. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for tonight, but try to hang around for an hour or two. Until my fingers get too tired. Or I get too cranky. Whichever happens first.
Ready for liftoff.
Got to save some finger strength for tomorrow night's tandem tournament that I'm going to be playing in. lost one of them. That ramp was eluding me. It's always nice to have that security of that airlock again. Come on. Oh, not enough. If you get the ball underneath the space shuttle, there is a switch there, and that'll activate the shield here. So when the ball does come down like that, at least you have a little bit of security. Boy, can't lock a ball here. There we go. Oh! I was saving that one. Everything sounding okay tonight? Do I have my volume levels all balanced out good? I am doing the direct feed out of the game again tonight. I know Sunday morning it was a little loud. I got it high enough to get the switch. But if it doesn't get that second switch, it says abort and won't go into multi-ball. You got to get it all the way around to the second switch. Alright, I'll take that. Almost tilted, almost. Oh boy, I had a lot of promise there, just couldn't capitalize on it. That was a tough one. So the voice in this game is a recording. It's not synthesized like some of the other brands were doing at the time. Those are actual samples. But unlike my other two games, this game never really taunts you. It seems to be more encouraging than anything else.
Ready, pilot, one.
Where Gorgar, you know, he's constantly saying, "Me got you," and "Me hurt you," and Big Guns laughs at you. No taunting in this one.
Ready for lift.
Alright, 2 balls locked. Let's see if we can capitalize on that. Got our 3x multiplier.
3, 2, 1.
We did earn an extra ball off of spelling Shuttle. There is one other way to, well, a couple other ways to earn an extra ball. One is achieving a certain score. I don't remember what I have it set on this one. Might be 1,000,000. But the other way is if you maximize your bonus all the way to 7x, the extra ball wedge will be lit right here, and you go up that ramp and hit the target, and you'll get an extra ball that way. And I have never achieved that. I've never gotten my bonus up to 7x to do it. Oh, yikes. Hey, if you are new here tonight, go ahead and hit that follow button. I'd like to have the new followers help me get to be an affiliate, so I can put some more cool stuff up in the chat. Add on some more cool features to the stream. You can also turn on the notifications, and you'll know the next time I go live. You get a notification about 5 minutes before I actually start the stream. So I have a little 5-minute pre-roll that runs. And it's always nice to see a new name pop up. So as I was saying earlier, tomorrow night there's a tandem tournament where you're paired up with somebody on a game, and or in a team, I guess. And one person uses their right hand and the other person uses their left hand to work a flipper. Or basically one does the right flipper, the other does the left flipper. Don't say who does the who shoots the ball. Be interesting to see how that works out. So that's about 2 hours for me. So I'll be doing that tomorrow night. Starts at 5. And then at the end of the month, they have a 5 strikes tournament that I'm going to go into. I don't think there's any IFPA points for the tandem tournament. I think that's just a casual tournament. I don't know about the 5 strikes. The 3 strikes was an IFPA. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'd assume the 5 strikes would be an IFPA point tournament. I already got the balls locked. Let's get the ramp. Oh, so close. Just a little short. There we go. It'd be nice to get a few IFPA points. I've only done one tournament in the last 3 or 4 years, so it might be nice to get my rank up just a little bit.
Ready, pilot, 1.
Anybody here entered into tomorrow night's drawing for Police Force? Project Pinball's drawing that tomorrow night. I have a couple entries in that one. Ooh, long ways to go. 2 balls locked. Let's see if we can get a good multi-ball here. Get some good points. Oh, come on! Oh! Lost one of them for the shield. There goes the other one. Get over on my left flipper so I can get that spinner. Can't really backhand the spinner too well in this game. There we go. Whew.
Ready for liftoff.
I forgot to change my lane up there. Hang nab it. Oh! Hey, we broke $1 million though. So I guess it wasn't $1 million that I have it for extra ball. Maybe it's 15 or 1.5. Does that look right? That looks right. Well, that was a little better. I didn't think I was going to get that high off of that way it was for the extra ball. So I'll be heading, like I said, to Pinfest in Allentown. I have a short shopping list. I'd like to pick up a mirrored back glass for this. This is using a Translite right now. The original mirrored back glass had a lot of paint loss. It was really starting to flake pretty bad. So I'd like to pick that up and a piece of playfield glass because my Williams Honey has plate glass. And it's pretty scratched up, and it's just not as clear. So I'd like to replace that with a nice piece of safety glass like these. These all have scratches on them, but they're not too bad. I'm not worried about replacing all of these. And certainly not going to drop the $200 on a piece of Invisiglass. Oh, well, go from the high to the low. Look at that, 50,000. Yikes! So I got a little bit of mess on my camera here. Can I turn? No, that's going to show more of the wires. I don't want to see those wires. I messed up my back glass one a little bit. So these cameras are all mounted to a single microphone stand. And I've got clamps on there and adapters on there, and then all the USB cables are going right down the side of it. So it's what you don't see on camera is a little bit of a mess. I would like to start putting away a little bit for something a little more substantial to hold these pieces is a little flimsy, and I'm afraid that each time I move this, it's going to break or bend. Don't really have the room for a proper camera rig, though. The up and over style, which is really what would be ideal, but just not with the space I have. Or I should say lack thereof. I had thought about mounting a pipe to the ceiling, but I don't want to make any permanent modifications to the house just for the sake of streaming pinball. $33, that was good. Got our bonus, it was 20,000. Now we've got the bonus holdover and 50,000 lit. Oh, lost multi-ball though. But we were able to get that 77. That was good. Lost the ball.
Ready, pilot, one. Ready, pilot, one. Ready for liftoff. Close, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, those balls helped each other out right on out the end out lanes. Oh, no bueno. Didn't win the free game. Well, that's okay. We're on free play. We're running mostly factory defaults on the game, mostly stock. I think I have special set to score points, maybe extra ball. I can't remember how I have that set. But no sense awarding a free game because, well, it's on free play.
Ready, pilot, one.
Okay. Somebody clip that, please. That was off the pop bumper, off the sling, and right into the left lock. Oh, goodness, come on. That was a gravity malfunction, that's what that was. Must have been a spin or something on that ball. That rolled right up the flipper.
Close airlock.
So that lit the out lanes. So now if a ball goes out and out lane, I instantly win the shuttle value, which just dropped to 20,000. Not a bad game overall. So some of the other ways you can set this up is you can remember from ball to ball how many you had lit as far as these go. And you could also remember your spinner value.
Ready, pilot 1.
I was trying to figure out why my weather radio was going off upstairs, because we're not supposed to have any weather. I'm assuming that's a test. If it is a real storm, that's okay, I'm in the basement. So you get that scream when you have either the extra ball or special lit and you drain a ball or change the shuttle value. Alright, so what are we going for here? We got 1,033,650. Let's see if we can get like 1.2 million or something more exciting. Just barely over a million. Heck, let's see if we can wipe out some of the high scores on the machine.
Ready for liftoff.
Oh, right underneath the flipper. Got my shuttle value.
Close airlock. Ready, pilot 1.
This game likes to help you out. Those slingshots seem to bounce it just right up into those locks. Except for when you want it to. Not bad for ball one. Not bad. Alright, Nick Hammond says just a test. Hope she's right. If I hear the air raid sirens going off, I'll finish my ball and duck underneath the machine. Oh, come on!
Ready, pilot one.
Misjudged which lane it was going down. Yeah, not my best showing. Play a couple more games.
Ready for liftoff.
Oh! Yikes.
Ready, pilot one.
Be a pretty tall order to get 1,000,000 on one ball in this game. Alright.
Ready, pilot one.
Now, do I want to try to maximize that spinner? Or just activate the multi-ball? You always run the risk of having that ball drain out the center when you're trying to go for that multi-ball. Oh, right down the middle. Man, lost my chance getting a extra ball too. Woo! A little bit of excitement.
For liftoff.
It can be done, yeah. I think you've done it. You have the advantage of playing this game a few times. Oh! Oh boy. Someone's hit my phone up here. Alright. One more game. We'll do one more game. We can do that. This game does have a very, very easy spinner on it. It does not bind up or bog down at all. Oh, come on.
Ready,
This isn't
pilot
golf.
one.
Low scores are not good. Alright, I'm not going out on that. Not going out on that. I think this game wants to be down in Georgia at the Masters with a score that low. Alright. Get in the zone.
Ready for liftoff. Ready, pilot one.
My exit ticket has to be 500,000 or more.
Pilot one.
So we will play until we get that. We might be here all night. I think at some point I'll have to turn the sound down so the rest of the family can sleep. Hang on. Get it under control.
Ready for liftoff.
Oh.
Ready, pilot one.
Oh my goodness. If I can get that letter U, I have a nice hefty bonus there. Or not bonus, but an award. There you go. Oh! Do I have enough in bonus? 400,000. Alright. Gotta get 500,000 to end this stream here. Oh, didn't think it was going. Didn't even nudge. Thought it was going to drop down. Oh boy, that was weak. That was weak. Anybody still with me? Driving you all off with my bad pinball playing? Good lord. 500,000. That's the goal. 500,000. That'll be my last game. I feel like we're hitting the law of diminishing returns right now. Each game is getting worse than the previous.
Ready for liftoff.
Trying to get the spinner lane. Got everything but. Oh! Boy, and I had the spinner value up too. Would have been nice to have. Nice healthy spinner rips, but they're only at 1,000. There we go. Don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh!
Ready, pilot one.
Oh boy. Nope, not enough. Not enough. So as we enter hour 6 of the stream, boy, just a glancing blow on that slingshot really sets it right off. I'm trying to send the balls into the locks, and I just keep catching this sling. There we go. It really adds up when you've got that spinner boosted. 2,000 a revolution right now. Oh! There, I got my 500,000 on ball one. We're done. Okay, bye. 600,000. I'll take it. I'll take it. Easy. They're both heading for the out lanes, that's for sure. Well, I could see the spin on that ball as it was sitting there.
Ready, pilot, one.
All right. Wish I could hit those drop targets again. Ah! Alright, so our bonus was held over from the previous ball, but our multiplier was not. Because that was because of the Shuttle award.
Ready for
So it's 1.2 million for the extra ball. Okay. Now that we've determined that. Oh, thank goodness we have it. But we're losing our spinner value. So those of you just tuning in, my goal was to get 500,000 so I could end the stream. I may have gotten slightly more than that on this game.
3, 2, 1, abort, lift off.
I can't get that multi-ball.
Close airlock. 3, 2, 1, abort, 3, 2, 1.
And everybody leaves the theater. I'm impressed with that. 1.5 million. I think that's a good way to go out. And I think it's going to wrap up the stream for tonight. So thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. And maybe I'll be back Sunday morning. Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how my schedule looks and what the family's doing. Otherwise, I'll be back next Thursday night, regular schedule. So, hey, thanks for tuning in.